My neighbor, Ralph, asked him, and anyway, he said, I got a hemorrhoid. I was like, huh? See, I got a hemorrhoid. You should check this out. He bent over. It was a tick. He had a little tiny, little ant winged thing. That sucker was like that big. It covered up his whole hole. It wasn't no hemorrhoid. That thing was hard as a rock. I was like, oh man, that's like hard like an acorn. He's like, is it a hemorrhoid? I was like, I think so, but I ain't a doctor, you know. You might want to go down and see the doc. You know, get that thing checked. I just got back from picking me some flowers, and I got bit by a skeeter. He came at me with his mouth wide open. I thought I was a goner. So I'm outside the other day, and these butterflies, they're all over me. They come down from different zip codes, and they're different colors. But this one he was doing like jumping jacks off my arm, and I noticed like my skin was rippling like water, and I think he damaged one of my tendons. It was like boing, boing. It's driving by real slow, and the hubcap pops off. It does this spinny thing, slow motion, like this old romantic movie. It went rolling down the street. So I love me some birds. I buy this high quality bird seed. I spilled a bunch. It looks like rat turds. I didn't think nothing other. I go inside and eat my eggs and bacon and I come back out. It was all over the ground and I was like, that's some high quality stuff. So I swept it up. I'm happier than a worm getting swallowed like a piece of spaghetti going down a bird's throat. I'm feeding the hogs the other day like I usually do. I got about 400 hogs. It doesn't take long. I was feeding them with this jug of water. And all of a sudden, I noticed there's less water in the jug. I hadn't dumped it out yet. And then I felt wet. I was like, oh, dear God, did I pee myself again? All over the place. No, there was a hole in the jug. So the other day, I saw me a shingle in the yard. And I'd seen shingles before. I didn't know whose it was. So I started reciting shingles. Just random shingles. And I still didn't figure it out, but then I thought, well, this is a good time to go get me a bear claw. I was worried about the shingle, though, so I thought I'd kill 2 birds with 1 stone, which you can't do. So I take the shingle, and I go down to the post office. They asked me, where do you want to send it? I said, I don't know, but let me recite some shingles while I eat my bear claw. I was like, please send this shingle to one of my 17 neighbors. I'll give you all the you cut it up and give them each a piece, because it's somebody's shingle. I don't get it. So I'm sitting there minding my own business under a tree, and this bird come down, and he beaks out this worm, and it made me feel all squishy and lumpy for some reason. I don't know. I want to go swimming, so I dug a hole in my neighbor's yard. I saw his trash can, and I took the bag out. So I thought, well, I'll just use that for the liner in the pool. I saw this hose, and I thought, well, I'll take my little pocket knife and just cut a little tiny piece, so I could siphon some water out of the duck pond next door for my pool. So once I got in and started to relax, I started to cool off, and it was real nice.